Well, there it is. This is the 1.6 liter Kona turbo. It looks a little bit strange, but this is because they used it for promo recently, and that's why you see a lot of funny stickers on the car. But underneath that, yes, there is actually a real car. Now, if you want to have a look at what the car looks like, you can use the 2 liter as a model, because basically this is the mid-spec 2 liter and the exterior specs are almost the same. So here it is. This is the Kona 1.6 liter turbo, and you'll see here 18-inch wheels again with ventilated discs and McPherson struts in the front. Then we go across the cladding to the rear end, and now we get to know that there are disc brakes at the rear too, with a single floating caliper, same as the front. Of course, the front calipers are a bit bigger, and so is the disc. And you can see inside there's coil springs and a torsion beam. This is the H type of torsion beam that allows a little bit of flex, so handling should be okay lah, because this is the B segment SUV, remember. Now, so just as a repeat, the wheelbase is 2600 mm. That means the distance from the front center of the front wheels to the back wheels. You can't see it very well because of all the extra colors, but this brings out the cladding. Again, you see the cladding that makes it a crossover or SUV. It is this plastic cladding that goes around the whole body on the bottom end. So as you know, these are pieces made to be replaced in case you go and do any mild off-road. Of course, for Malaysian model, they are all front wheel drive only. Now the difference, how do you tell the difference on the exterior bit between the turbo and the non-turbo? Well, the turbo has this extra rails on the roof that puts it apart from the non-turbo. Non-turbo doesn't have that rail, and at the back it looks pretty much the same. You can't tell, I can't tell the difference, or maybe there are 1 or 2 small details, but again, you have the signal lights at the top, and of course the reflectors and the reverse lights at the bottom. Okay, this is the 1.6 liter turbo GDI. That means this is direct injection engine, and you can see here the intake is up here. Okay, intake is up here along this line, so you can have high wading depth for this car. Then it goes through the air cleaner into the turbo at the back, and then from the turbo, I think there's a pipe, yes, from the turbo the pipe goes down into somewhere down here, so there must be an intercooler somewhere, and then it goes into the intake. Now where is the piping? Here. So the intercooler is down there, and then it goes into the intake. This is the throttle control into the engine. So this is a drive-by-wire, as you can see. The intake manifold is also a high-grade plastic, and you can see also there's a lot of lightweight materials in the engine mounting, and the engine looks like it's full aluminum, and you can see it's double overhead cam here, and of course it's got variable valve timing. Now the gearbox is over there in the front on this side, on the passenger side, underneath the battery, and it's a 7-speed DCT. Now we have been told that this is a dry clutch, but also been told to rest assured that there is no issues, because this gearbox has been in the Ionic for quite a while, and there are 0 issues with the Ionic. So the difference between the 1.6 turbo and the 2 liter NA is the fact that they run different engine, and the 1.6 has turbo and makes more power, 177 PS and 265 Newton meter of torque. And the other difference is the gearbox is a 7-speed DCT dry clutch, and similar across the board is 6 airbags, and there are other things. Yes, the turbocharger has the whole Hyundai safety thingy that has the AEB and the lane keep, and also lane departure warning, hill descent control, and also RCTA. So this has the full complement of safety features. And the price, it's going to be 140 plus. We'll have to wait for the launch to get the full price. Original color under the sticker is this nice little lime green, I think. And inside there you can see the embellishments on the aircon vents, and also around the gear stick and the seats. It all matches the same color scheme, so this is probably the best color scheme of the lot. You get this greeny limey stuff. And of course here again is the driver's seat, which is electrically controlled, and the passenger seat is manual. So here you can see the airbags, the side airbags, so that's 2, and then on the steering and on passenger side that's another 2, that's 4, and there are another 2 more curtain airbags somewhere. Yes, you can see it up here, and you see Aswan. Say hi, Aswan. Hi. Okay. And Aswan is my drive partner for the day, in addition to Lisa Kwok. Now let's take a look inside the car. Okay, analog meters, which I like, and you have a head-up display. You can see up there, but down here you can see head-up display. This is a 4.2-inch MID display. You have, wow, lots of stuff. Door assistance, door. You can do all kinds of stuff to it. You can check. Okay, and these are the user settings. Of course, you have your ref counter on the left, and that's your temperature. And on the right you have a speedometer up to 260 kilometers per hour, and the fuel gauge. Outside temperature down in the center at the bottom. Let's toggle. Average 15.5 liters per 100. That's because we are sitting in the hot sun and idling the engine. Driver attention alert. Yes, there is a driver attention alert. What else? Let's see. Accumulated info, driving info. It tells you your fuel consumption overall is 13.2, how much range we have, and also you can have speedo. Yeah, also average fuel economy, so quite a bit here. Now this is I don't know the measurement, but they said something about, do you remember how many inch screen is? 7 point something inch. I think it's 7 point something inch screen, but it doesn't matter. It's about size of like that. Yeah, and this is the, you have your radio, you have your media. Yeah, this is Apple CarPlay and Android friendly. So you also have home button, and you have your phone button. Then you can do your setup and tuning of radio switch. And this is, I think, your volume. Yeah, no, this is tuning left and right. Yep. So okay, we have the Aircon Louvers. This is for the driver and front passenger. There are 2 each. And steering is adjustable. Let's see. Yes, for reach and rake. Very good. You have your start stop button, and then you have your audio control and your phone control. And down here, these are the driving aids. Okay, that you see traction control. You have lane keep, HUD. This is a blind spot warning for the equivalent, and this one is plus or minus for the instrument panel brightness. Then aircon is 2-zone. Now there is no rear aircon vent, which is a shame. Yeah, there isn't any. And then I just shift the gear lever down a bit. Yeah, we have a 12 volt. This is USB, And this also USB. That's probably the charger. This is for connection, yeah. And then down here you have your aircon controllers and your aircon, yeah, temperature, and this temperature, this is aircon speed. So it's single zone control. Yeah. Okay, down here you have your driving is an automatic setup for 7-speed DCT. You have PRND like normal. Then you have your plus minus. You will shift to the right. Are there pedal shifters? No pedal shifters, I'm sorry. Then only for the 1.6 you have this auto off on for idling. And then you have drive mode. Just now we checked. Okay, you have eco, you have sport, and comfort. Yeah, 3 modes again. So depending on the mode, the color changes. For comfort is white or blue, eco is green, and for sport turns red. Okay, so over here you have your hill descent control, good for up to 10 kilometers per hour. It will activate. This is what for hill, going down steep hills. This is a parking sensor. This one is parking sensors front and back. So you put the gear lever back to P. And yes, this one also has auto cruise control, and or the what do you call radar cruise control or whatever they call it. I don't know the name, but yes, it works from 30 kilometers to 160 kilometers per hour, which is fine because you don't want to be going on radar cruise control at 160, yeah, because that becomes a bit scary even for a person like me. But it doesn't work below 30, so that is the downside of it, but it's better than having nothing lor. And looking at the dashboard, you have hard. This is a little bit soft, hard. Okay, so dashboard looks hardy. You might say it's a little bit Spartan, but the goodies that come beneath the skin are quite good, because this is a fully loaded model that has got the safety features, and also it's got power and torque and head-up display, but no shift pedals. So we're going to drive it in a while and we'll see how it goes. Okay, we are in the Hyundai Kona 1.6 turbo, and we are on our return journey after lunch, and we are waiting for the lead car to come out, and we're going to follow them. So this is a very quick preview drive of the Hyundai Kona 1.6 turbo. Okay, we're going to turn down the aircon volume. Yes. And okay, the steering size is quite nice. This is like a car type of steering, and of course it's got all the controls here. The only thing that it lacks, I think, would be a pedal shifter, because the people who want to have fun won't be able to use the pedal shifter. But of course you can use the stick shift. You pull it to the right, then it's plus minus, minus down, and plus up. Okay, it's going to be like a 10-15 minute drive to the next rest stop, where the next driver will take over. But we are in comfort mode. There are 3 modes. They have eco, comfort, and sport. Okay, signals. Oh no! Where's the signal stop of this car? Just now it was on the...
Yes, it was the other side.
Oh! Okay, here's a surprise. You drive the 2 liter, the signal stop is on the right, Japanese style. You drive the 1.6 turbo, the signal stops on the left. That's perplexing.
It's actually quite typical of Hyundai.
Okay, seems we are taking a different route. We are heading towards Salak Tinggi. So let's see where this route takes us. Well, for starters, definitely based on the response. Whoa, the 1.6 turbo, several classes above the 2 liter. Yes, this is going to be a fun car. Of course, at 140 plus, this brings it into the same segment as the Mazda CX-3. And well, with the additional power, it seems to be quite exciting, especially because it's turbocharged. You will have a bit more power. So that's what Hyundai always does, the Korean car company. They always offer a little bit more for the same price. So that's the advantage you have. Now remember, signal stocks on the left. Yes. Well, so far so good, and that was just in comfort mode. Okay, I'm going after this. I think we're going to turn left, and I'm going to put it into sport mode, eco, and now it's all red. We are in sport mode, and we are going to turn left. Good. Okay, this is a 7-speed DCT, yeah, dual clutch transmission, and the response is of course totally different from an automatic. Given a choice, would I take a DCT over auto? Yes, most of the time, and it's because the response is so good. I'm in sport, and I'm going to give a bit of space. A little bit of space, and then I'm gonna gun it. Very, very nice. Okay, time to be good boy and wait for the lead car to overtake us again. Great. I'm afraid that's all we can do, guys. Okay, earlier we drove the 2-liter naturally aspirated engine. That one has 149 horsepower and 179 Newton meters of torque. This one has 177 and 265 Newton meters of torque. So definitely this one equals more fun. So if you're a mainstreamer and you just want a nice B-segment SUV, you can buy the 2-liter. But if you are the type that likes power, then maybe you want to consider this vehicle. We don't know the price yet, so the price value chain and the packaging will depend on the size of your pocketbook and what you are prepared to pay for. But in terms of performance, this is very nice. It's a very nice SUV, and of course it's only front-wheel drive, yeah. But having said that, elsewhere in the rest of the world, they do offer all-wheel drive versions. So since this is fully imported, I don't know if you want an all-wheel drive, maybe Hyundai can do it for you. But for the time being, all that's available here is front-wheel drive. Today we won't be able to do much testing on cornering and road handling. But in terms of normal road driving, it's quite good. It's very nice and stable. Caster angle is good, so self-centralizing. The car tracks straight. Well, it's a new car, it should track straight. If it doesn't track straight, we have a problem. But having said that, I'm saying that the caster angle is quite good, so the self-centering action is good. So it's quite comfortable to drive this car. I think we have to turn left. So yeah, there's some warning bells and whistles. I don't know what is on, what is off, but this has got lane keep assist, and also lane departure warning. Also has collision mitigation. Also of course proximity. If you're too close, it also will give you a warning. You can do radar cruise control from 30 to 160. Of course, none of those systems are on now. I don't know if they're on active or not, but we are not using them. And now we seem to be taking a left. We are heading back to the place where we're going to do driver change. See, there's a warning. The new road. Now what you have in front of us is a Santa Fe, and here's a view of the back end of the other Kona. Alright guys, that's what the Kona looks like from the back. Quite nice actually. And from the side, now we get to see a shot of it going around the corner. That's the Kona going through a corner. How's the Kona in the corner? Good. Seems the corner quite flat. Of course, we're not going very fast, but well, I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist that. Actually, guys, Kona is the name of a district in Hawaii, because in the brief this morning we said that it was named after that place because that spelled freedom and what was it?
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, there was something to do with freedom and open spaces and things like that.
HRV.
Oh, okay, so you can see the HRV on the right and the Kona on the left. Of course, the HRV looks smaller because it's further away. Well, that was a rare opportunity. I think we're on the North-South Highway, heading back towards the airport, heading, not the North-South, yeah, the Elite Highway. Now you see the right hand side of the Kona from the side. That's our media colleague in the other car. Okay, so this is the sound level at 110. We're exactly at 110 at the speed limit. And of course, okay, I'm going to change it to comfort mode. And all you hear now, guys, is the tires. Yeah, that's just the tire roar. And otherwise the car is quite silent. You can't hear the engine, can't hear the gearbox, just the tires. Even in comfort mode, the acceleration is quite good, but I must say the noise level is a little bit on the high side, don't you think? Yeah, it's the tires. It's the tires.
It's the tires. Everything else is very quiet.
Yeah, everything else is quiet. It's just the tires that are making a bit of noise. Ah, side by side. The HRV has got smoked lamps, so it's a bit modified. Okay, we're going at 110 in the camera zone. Okay guys, the noise from the tires is actually very dependent on the type of surface. There was a change in surface and the noise just went down. So this is like new tarmac, and then back to old tarmac, and the noise became just a little bit louder. So it's actually the noise of the tires impacting on the tarmac, and different surface will have different effect. Okay, just for your information, this car has got 18-inch wheels, yeah, with 18-inch tires, 235 something. So they are quite nice and wide. You can see from the car in front. That car in front is the 2 liter, but it has the exact same rims and tires. So it looks quite planted. And honestly speaking, at a quick glance, you might just mistake it for an Audi. It just doesn't have the 4 rings. The shape is very, very similar type of shape. Sort of like angular, but rounded off at certain points. Of course, the Audi equivalent is the Q2, and that one is a little bit more angular. So looking at the back end of the car, you can see the lights at the top, and then there's another set of lights at the bottom. But at the bottom is basically only the reverse lights and the reflector. So I'm not so sure whether it is really necessary. I think the car would have been quite okay even if it didn't have the bottom part. They could have put the reflector in the bumper and maybe the reverse lights in the bumper, and then they could have done away without that part. But anyway, it's there, so enjoy it. We're going to the Denkil rest area where we're going to change driver, and so this is the end of my stint. Hope you liked it. We hope to get another drive with this car in the near future after the launch. But in the meantime, that's it guys. Bye bye from YS Khong Driving. Enjoy the video and don't forget to subscribe.